Well, hey everybody, it's Jess, and just wanted to pop in here. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing great and having a good week so far. I wanted to come in and show my face and kind of share a little bit about walking through. And it's not just me; it's a few of my clients that are dealing with it too, and a lot of people in the community. So I thought it would be a great time to share um, because I'm going through the same thing, and I just wanted to give you guys some support and encouragement and let you know that it's going to be okay. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today was basically what do we need to let go of in order to change your life? Like, what is it in our lives that aren't serving us? Um, our energy and our intuition is always there to tell us when it's time to let go of something. And that's a good thing. And I say that because, I've been kind of struggling a little bit back and forth with deciding on wanting to leave Illinois and move to Arizona. And I've been wanting to go to Arizona for a long time, but it just never seemed like the right time, I guess. One of the things was because I didn't want to leave my mom, and I just, I just didn't want to leave her. I wasn't ready to. I didn't. She's, not in a good way right now, and I've always thought that, I would just kind of wait around and stick around for her for whatever reason. I don't know. Um, well, when something doesn't serve you anymore, you're gonna feel it. Um, it's going to suck the absolute life out of you. And over the past couple years, it's just, Illinois hasn't felt like home to me anymore. I feel like I'm being pulled into the direction of Arizona. And I was born there, but left when I was about 7. And that's when we moved away. But I've always loved Arizona, and there's just something about it that just makes me feel like I can breathe. I mean, it just makes me feel like I'm me whenever I'm there. So, and that's actually where I went when I had gotten my DUI back in 2013. And I knew I needed to get out of the area and just kind of get a breath of fresh air and a new perspective and just get some clarity. And so that's where I went. And ever since then, I have been thinking about Arizona, just kind of feeling like my heart wants to be there. So, I've kind of just drug my feet about it and just kind of put it off into the background. But what's crazy is, uh, especially recently, it seems like everything around us in my life is just kind of falling out of place in a way to, I guess I could say, falling out of place. But I feel like it's for such a great purpose, and it's for a reason. And I feel like that reason is because I'm meant to be in Arizona. So one of the last things that I've been walking through that made me really decide 100% for sure this is what I want to do was over Christmas. Um, like my family, we all, I have three sisters, they have families, and I have a stepdad and then my mom. And we got together on Thanksgiving, which we hadn't gotten to do in a very long time because there's always such tension and it's just not the same. And it's just a really yucky, bad situation. Not a good one, it's a toxic one. So I find myself staying away and withdrawing. But I've been doing that for my own sanity and for my own well being. It's not against anybody else. It's just that I know that being around that environment, that toxic environment, especially when I'm on a journey of self discovery and transformation and all good things that fill my cup. And whenever I'm around them, it drains the life out of me. I can't stand it. And why am I going somewhere just because it's supposed to be like the thing to do is hang out with your family just because it's a holiday or just because that's what we have all learned to do in society. That's just the way we were raised, is to be together, on the holidays, which is great if you have a great family and that they all get along. But when it's just a really awkward and uncomfortable environment to be in, it's not fun. And I got tired of it. So I withdrew, and my family wasn't spending time together for the holidays anyway, so um, it really wasn't a big deal. But over Christmas, all of my family were at separate places, and that was, planned. And we had a group message going, and everybody was saying Merry Christmas to each other, and just basically just doing the thing, saying Merry Christmas, just like we should as a family. You don't want to ignore your family on the holidays. Well, my intention for the day was to use that day as a complete day off, away from my phone. I needed to refill my cup and do things that served me. And so I put my phone away and didn't look at it again, I think, till the next morning. And the next morning, I had messages from my mom, and she couldn't believe that she didn't hear from me on Christmas. And she was very, very negative about it. It was like the worst thing. It made it feel like it was the worst thing I'd ever done. And, she didn't even give me the opportunity to express to her what my intention was for that day. She has not talked to me. She still has not talked to me. I have done my part. I've reached out. I've been the bigger person, and I'm like, what could I have possibly done that bad that you won't even forgive me and have a conversation about it and squash it and move on? She won't talk to me. I'm getting nowhere with her. So that right there, I mean, one, that's a win in itself, just because I didn't get all hung up about it. It didn't change my mind about anything. It didn't make me feel like I did anything wrong. I would just like to be able to express to her what my intention was for the day. But she's not talking to me, so there's no reason for me to, and maybe one day I'll get to. But I'm saying this because this was the last straw for me, the really final push to make that final decision that Arizona is the way, um, and where I need to be. So the crazy thing is that all these things around me, like, I really don't have any friends anymore, because none of my friends here in this area are kind of on the same journey as me. So you want to hang out with like-minded people. So I've gotten rid of friends that didn't serve me. I stopped doing things that didn't serve me. And my last final thing, and I have such a softness for my mom. I have just a tenderness for her, and I don't want her to hurt because of me. But I know that's not my fault. It's the way she perceives the whole situation, based on her own experiences. So I can't get mad about it, but it makes me sad. And this was the final straw for me. This is when I decided, okay, this Arizona is where it's supposed to be. So over the weekend, we happened to get out of the blue, um, a friend of mine. They're a married couple and they flip houses, and we let them know that, hey, you guys, kind of joking, if you guys want to buy our house. They actually took it seriously and came over and checked it out, and they really liked it, and they said they want to buy it, and that buy it as is and just walk away from it, and we wouldn't have to do anything else. Which, how often does that happen? How often does that happen? Instead of not having to deal with realtors, not having to deal with the whole selling process, inspections, all the money you put into it. I mean, this is a sign that it's meant to be. So we're rolling with it. So yeah, that's what it looks like is going to be happening here soon. I don't know exactly when, but I think sooner than we think, and I'm really excited about it. I haven't been this excited about moving to Arizona before like I am right now. I've had a lot of hesitation before, but now I have no hesitation. So I just wanted to share that. You know, this area, being in this home, it feels like being in prison. Not that it's bad, it's just it's not the same as it used to be. It's not serving us and making us happy. Like being here kind of feels, I don't know, it just feels really depressing. Like we can't pull ourselves out of it, and we haven't been going and doing anything, and it just hasn't been good to be here anymore, and that just tells me that it's time to move on, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. So I had to let go of, placing all this. Why am I placing my future on making somebody else happy? Why would I stop what I feel is best for me and what I want most for myself to be there for someone that really doesn't? I hate to say this about my mom, but she just lays in bed all day and does nothing. She's in a toxic relationship. But they still live together. They're in separate bedrooms, but the environment is so toxic, and you can't expect to grow or change your situation until you change your situation. And she's not doing that. She's choosing to stay in bed and just make herself miserable in the environment she's in. She's choosing that for herself. So I can't feel bad about that. I feel bad that she's choosing that for herself, that she doesn't love herself more. But um, until she realizes, until she is aware of what she's doing to herself, it's never going to change. And I'm not going to stay here for somebody else. I need to do what I need to do. I want to do what I want to do. And I have for so long, my entire life, tried to please other people or mold myself into something or somebody that they wanted me to be. My parents being the first, as I was a kid. And they didn't believe in, I grew up in a very Christian home, and homosexuality or anything of that nature was of the devil and needed to be casted out of you. So imagine me not wanting to share my thoughts and how I was feeling as a 13, 14-year-old kid, having these confusing thoughts and not being able to go to anybody about it. And if you can't go to your family, who can you go to? So I stuffed that down inside and then molded myself into something that my mom wanted me to be, wanted to see for me. And I did that well into my adulthood too. I mean, I'm 42 years old, and only recently I've been tired of it and decided to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to live for anybody else anymore. So, uh, these past few weeks, I've seen and heard um, stories of people that are in jobs that they don't want to be in, that suck the life out of them, and it's just it's really sad because it we're stopping ourselves from our own, we're getting in our own way over not letting go of something that doesn't serve us. Maybe because of fear, maybe because of obligation, maybe because of guilt, whatever the reason may be. So, how do you know when it's time to let go of something that doesn't serve you? How do you know? Well, for one, I can tell you your energy and your intuition, again, is it's always there to tell you when it's time to let something go, which is a good thing. So how do you know? You think of a tree during the fall when the tree pushes its leaves off its branches, so it can conserve its energy during winter months. So this is required in order for the tree to survive, so that it can change. In order to grow and be the best you have to surround yourself with things that serve you, not stuff that sucks the energy out of you, like an energy sucker. If you hold on to things for too long that don't serve you, it sucks you dry. It depletes you completely because you gave it to something that doesn't serve you anymore. You gave into it. So it's if it doesn't serve you anymore, it's going to suck the life out of you. Do any of you feel that way in your life right now? Um, Being here in Illinois, in my home, in this same place, sucks the life out of me. And I know I need an environment change. And that's what I'm on a mission to do. So maybe maybe you have friendships or habits or jobs where you're living at when um, you find yourself being sucked dry of energy and you notice this, it's because it doesn't serve you anymore. So when you let go of friendships, you need to let go of the judgment of yourself. Or when you let go of a job or something that you feel guilty about, uh, it's okay. See, if this is a normal thing, because when we're on a mission of change or transformation, you're putting your energy into new things because you're filling yourself with new things. So all we're doing when we continue to pour your energy into things that no longer give you that serve you or give you energy, it's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill your happiness. It's gonna kill your motivation. You'll feel depleted. It kills your vitality. It's not ever gonna lead to anything good in your life, especially if it's not meant to be in your life anymore. So as long as you're holding on to the old stuff, you have no time or space or motivation to create anything new. And I want you to really think about that. Next time next time you're doing your normal routine, whatever your day to day is, stop for a minute and and kind of close your eyes and feel and take notice of your energy level. What is your energy level? What does it feel like? Are you feeling completely drained? Um, your energy never lies. When people dump their garbage on you, like when you go to the office, there's always somebody that's just the known office negative Nancy, or that's always complaining. That has nothing good to say, but being negative and it, it affects you when they come in and they dump all their negativity on you. It's going to suck energy out of you, and I don't want you to be a garbage dump. Don't be a garbage dump for other people. Don't let other people suck the life out of you with their negativity. That's theirs to have and to do with what they want to do. Yours is a completely different approach. You need to know that energy is contagious. So just like the same effect happens when people are in great moods and they pour their positive energy into you, we typically end up feeling better. So I want to really encourage you to spend this week really reflecting on your life, on things that don't feel like they belong anymore. And I want you to think about it and just give yourself some time to reflect. What doesn't serve you anymore? What do you need to let go of in your life in order to make a transformation, in order to continue your journey? What is getting in your way? Be brave. Think about it. And I really want to talk about this in a part two and how we can kind of tackle this and when to know when it's okay to let something go of things that make you feel that will make you feel guilty of letting go, like taking care of an elderly parent or a child with disabilities. You know, those are things that I want to talk about next time and how we can approach this so that we can let go of those things that don't serve us anymore, so that we can continue our journey and be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. Because I'm telling you, you're never gonna get to your next level until you let go of the old things. Stop putting all that negative energy into complaining about things you hate and put that energy into finding a solution for it, the job. Instead of hating your job, loathing it, and talking nonstop about it, take that energy and put it into finding a new one. You know, if there's friendships in your life, relationships that you feel are just not serving a purpose, let it go. Let it go. And I have more to talk about next week when we do part two of this because this video is long enough and I wanted to pop in here and show my face and say hi and to encourage you guys, let it go. Let go of things that don't serve you. And I'll keep you posted about my situation too. So just know that you're not alone and I support you and encourage you. And of course, I'm always here for you. Have a great rest of your night. And until next time.